Monday, the 1st of May 2006 was quite simply the greatest day of Graeme Dott's life. After a gruelling battle with Peter Ebdon, the Scot completed an 18-14 victory and against the odds became the 888.com World Snooker Champion. A lifetime's ambition had been fulfilled. Dott had risen to the pinnacle of his profession. With family and friends in jubilant mood, it was time for the wee man to celebrate. The title they all crave was his. Fast forward 12 months and welcome to our coverage of the 2007 Championship, where Dott is #1 seed and attempting to break the so-called Crucible curse by becoming the only returning first-time champion to successfully defend the trophy. That quest opens against Ian McCulloch, while also in the top quarter of the draw, Anthony Hamilton takes on last year's beaten semi-finalist Marco Fu, and double world champion Mark Williams meets Joe Swale. It's been a quiet, low-key season for John Higgins, the only positive a run to the semi-finals of the UK Championship, but he feels his game is close to returning. Neil Robertson, the Australian who's won the Grand Prix and Welsh Open in the last 6 months, faces Ryan Day, and in the undoubted match of the round, it's Ronnie O'Sullivan against Ding Chunhui. Ken Doherty, the 1997 champion, provides the opposition for fellow Irishman Mark Allen on the youngsters' Crucible debut. There's the meeting of the veterans, Steve Davis, 49, John Parrott, 42 years of age, and the 2005 winner Sean Murphy tackles 17-year-old Judd Trump. And in the bottom quarter lurk several realistic contenders for the $430,000 first prize. Peter Ebdon knows it won't be easy to break down the resistance of Nigel Bond, while Stephen Hendry, the Crucible's most successful player, takes on an unknown quantity in Dave Gilbert. It's going to be a packed programme, but first we concentrate on the incumbent champion, Graeme Dott, who was beaten 10-9 by Ian McCulloch at the corresponding stage of the 2005 World Championship. Well, as we join the action, I can tell you a shock is brewing. Dott trails 8-5, 2 frames from defeat. Here's the 14th. Commentary comes from Neil Folds and Clive Everton.
Dott resorting to an alternative break-off shot, just using the one side cushion, but hasn't hit it to a very good length. McCulloch was 4-2 down. Twice he was within a ball of going 5-2 down, but he's won 6 of the last 7 frames.
McCulloch 8.
He expected to get that one, but they've got to be hit right on the button, those pots along the rail.
Yes, I've seen a few missed already today, actually, along there, both tables.
1.
More than maybe you would expect.
Eight. 9.
He's got the angle. The reds are a bit tightly packed up, so maybe he'll have to use a lot of force if he's going to get any out into the open. It's not dead straightforward, this. Well, you could see that it just didn't appear that the reds were going to spread far and wide.
16, touching ball.
Finished touching a red. He's had a double onto the right centre, but I'm not sure whether he'll fancy that with the other red on. He can play away.
Graeme Dott, 16.
Again there from a free shot, you'd expect Dott to have left McCulloch playing from nearer the baulk cushion than this. Very near. Had to screw and inject extra pace to avoid the cannon on the black. In attempting that red, McCulloch knew that the only red that he was leaving Dott a reasonable chance of potting was this long one. And Dott's long potting has not been the greatest today.
Yeah, he's not been himself at all. He's going to have to wake up soon because things are looking a little bit dodgy, more than a bit actually. Pretty subdued he seems to be, doesn't he, Clive? Not fighting as hard as he usually does.
Yes, I'd agree with your analysis, Neil. I'm sure he's desperate to play well, but it just doesn't seem to be in him today.
I suppose it's quite an emotional day for him as well, really, coming back a year later after everything that went in 2006.
Yes, Dott, who's from the Rangers supporting side of Glasgow, was parading the trophy round his beloved Ibrox in early May last year. But the way this match is going, it doesn't look as if he'll be doing it this year.
Just wonder if there could be a plant there, obviously, and he's seeing something. Two reds close together. Looks like he's playing it like a plant. Doesn't look dead on. And I think he had plenty of safety in mind with it. He needs a bit of help here, though. And the reds split open all over the place there.
1.
Dott 3 frames behind. What he really needs is a couple of frame winning breaks, because the chances of winning 3 frames in bits and pieces are quite low.
Seven. Eight.
He looks to be slightly straight on this actually. He played it with left hand side that last shot to finish top side. May have a very slight angle. And that's absolutely fine. That
14.
doesn't pot to the right corner, so he's got to play a screw shot back for either pink or even lower value colour than that. It's the kind of shot he's probably worried. You can screw it off into the centre pocket on these if you're not careful. Screw him back.
15. $21. $22.
Dott needs something to inspire him, not just in terms of the score, but to alter the somewhat negative mindset he seems to have dropped into.
$29. $30. Okay. 37.
He's asking for the cue ball to be cleaned. He's had a couple of very bad kicks tonight which have made a difference along the way. Doesn't want that again because he's playing a little run through shot here. These are the ones sometimes more prone to getting a bad contact.
$38.
Yeah, well, I agree with you, Clive. It's not just about winning this frame. If you could do it in style with the big break, that would very much help him.
$45. 46.
After all, that's the way he's been playing this season, very fluently.
Yes, 14 centuries.
Okay. 53.
In the season's previous 6 world ranking events. That includes a semi-final finish in the UK Championship at York in December, and winning the China Open earlier this month.
$61. 62.
This is already Dott's highest break of the day, and he's well past the winning post already in this frame.
69. 70. 77. 78.
And when he's flowing, when he's in close and he's getting
84.
exactly the position that he intends,
85.
he's actually pretty quick. Well, it looks as if there was a century coming up, but 85 does the job just as well. It reduces Dott's arrears to 8-6.
That was Dott's highest break of the contest. He'll be looking for more of the same here in frame 15.
Oh, but he'll be furious with himself for missing that. Useful early lead of 17. Good chance. Red's open, black on spot. Needed to take advantage of that.
One.
So once again, the initiative passes to McCulloch. Who would be 3 up with 4 to play if he could win this frame.
Eight.
Or to put it another way, he needs 2 frames out of a possible 5 to go through to the second round.
Nine.
When your opponent misses an easy ball and you take advantage of it with a substantial break, you leave him stewing in his chair, finding it very difficult to forget his mistake.
Yeah, it's the one thing that sets snooker apart, I think, many times.
15.
You can sit there and do nothing when your opponent's in the balls. Whether you're world champion or whoever you
16.
are, you can only watch. And this really is a good chance now. Looking at where the Reds are, obviously any positional shot can go wrong, but it's got to do nothing with them really.
23.
Everything seems to go.
24.
There's a reserve red down the table should he have any problems along the way with position. Absolutely wonderful chance this.
With 31. Yeah. 32.
Sounded a bit rock-like that.
Yeah, that was a kick. And just as you mentioned, that nothing can go wrong. That's one thing, of course, that can go wrong. Didn't make a huge difference as it happens. Not that one. Well, that was, if he's on that red, he was very, very fortunate there, because it never went in cleanly, the black.
39.
Well, he was lucky there. Wasn't a good shot on the black at all.
40.
Yes, in terms of the run of the balls, I think that McCulloch has been the favoured one today.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I think the man in the chair of the two players has not played the best, but he hasn't had the best of run, that's for sure. Or maybe his opponent has. It usually goes with the territory of how you're playing.
$45. $46.
Yes, very sleek running cloth this. Just when you think the cue ball stopped, it just slides on another few inches. Although McCulloch has played the in and out of board shot very nicely to regain prime position.
$52. $57. $58.
Once again, wrong side of the blue. I think he's happy enough. Green away from its spot. He can go through bulk. He's already done it once in this break. And he needs one more red after this. He played the last one absolutely perfectly. And that's another terrific shot.
63.
So there's the equation. 46 the difference. 51 remaining, but once his red's down, of course the difference is down to 43, so he'll be safe should this go in.
Already this is the highest of the 3 half centuries that McCulloch has made today.
69. $70. $77. $78.
Well, he could make a century.
83.
He's got a shot here to play onto the green or move it out. One of the two from here. It's got the angle.
$85. $88. 92. $97.
Dott missed an easy ball to let McCulloch in. And from that mistake, McCulloch has made a fine century. McCulloch clears with a break of 110 to go 3 up with 4 to play. He leads by 9 frames to 6.
It's a good shot.
27.
And this is match ball, barring a snooker.
McCulloch 27.
It can never be that easy, can it, to pot match ball? It's always been the same, this game.
You settle down now, please.
And, Ian, he's laughing on the outside, but I think he's a bit gutted, really. Look at that reaction. Well, he's smiling, but he's not over the line yet. He'll be fully aware of that. And what a clearance this would be.
One.
Graeme Dott at the point of no return.
Eight. 9. $16. $17.
Well, when he hit it, I thought it was perfect, but it just seemed to die a little bit. All he can do really is make sure the black can do nothing else with this. Couldn't afford to play anything too extravagant, because if the black doesn't go in, that's him just about beaten.
Yes, if he misses the black, he would be 43 behind with only 43 on, and his opponent having next shot. But nevertheless, he attempted
24.
the scenic route to position, only to be foiled by the brown. Difference reduced to 36. If he's going to play a pot, the one to left corner is surely easier. Oh, was he pleased
Graeme Dott 24.
to get a full ball cannon on the yellow to keep the cue ball at the baulk end of the table once he'd missed the red. McCulloch still 36 in front, just needs to pot one more ball to leave Dott needing a snooker to stay in the match. Tough shot at the best of times from that distance, but particularly at this juncture.
I think Graeme here would like to get the pink out. I'm not sure how he can do it from this. Don't think he can. Priority must be to keep the red safe. That looks a very good shot. Certainly the blue is helping on the red on the right of the two. I don't think there's any chance that Ian can get to these. Well, that was a shot he could play, one cushion laying on the reds. Maybe he wishes he had it done now. Yeah, as it happens, I mean, this is very close to the pocket without being a certainty. Should get it, but he had to give it a second look. It's not hanging over the pocket.
So that failed red from Dott leaves match ball again from McCulloch. This thin cut back. Oh, it could be so difficult to get over the line. Well, I didn't think he'd miss it, but the run has certainly changed in the last few shots. Somehow or other the cue ball's got to the other end of the table.
Yeah, I mean, an outrageous double kiss up the table. I wouldn't deny Graeme, though, a couple of good pieces of fortune for what's happened. Ian has undoubtedly been the best player of the two, don't get me wrong. Now then, another chance. I suppose this is the more difficult of all the ones he's had so far. He may have a shot to nothing. He could possibly go for this, and if he gets anywhere near it, the cue ball should miss the black and head down the table. So a free shot perhaps for the match.
Three times McCulloch has attempted match ball without success.
Oh, Ian's looking at the cut, and this is even harder than the last one. If he plays it. Very, very thin shot if he goes for this. I think he is taking it on. What a shot that is. What a shot.
Well, it was more difficult than the 3 match balls he'd missed. So it looks as if Graeme Dott is going to share the fate of 5 previous world champions here at the Crucible by failing to clear his first hurdle John Spencer, Terry Griffiths, Steve Davis, Dennis Taylor and
4.
Stephen Hendry are the others, so he's in good company. He'll be very disappointed to have lost, but he'll be even more disappointed with the way he's played. I believe McCulloch knew there was a possibility that would happen. That wasn't a fluke. And to look at the other side of the coin,
11.
this has been a solid performance from McCulloch, who was twice within a ball of going 5-2 behind, but he won 6 of the next 7 frames and has gone on to clinch an important victory. Ian McCulloch beats Graeme Dott by 10 frames to 7. The defending champion is out.